Hello, welcome to Paradise Love and Veggies. I'm Samantha James. I am so glad you're here. Last episode, I made reference to the Klamath Tool Library. The concept of a tool library isn't unique to the Klamath Basin. In fact, according to the Urban Sustainability Directors Network, lending libraries are popping up throughout Northern America. These lending libraries offer members no cost or low cost access to home and garden tools, kitchen tools, and more. They reduce the cost-related barriers to home improvement and encourage community sharing. They also often offer classes and workshops. I love this. What a great idea, and I love having one so close. Speaking of which, let's take a little field trip and stop by the Klamath Tool Library and learn a little bit about how they got started and what they do.
Hey Ron, remember a long time ago when we used to borrow tools from each other? Nobody knew what anybody else had until we made a list of
Oh
who
yeah,
had what.
I remember those days.
And then it worked out so well that we just decided, well, see if we could expand it to the community.
Yeah?
And here we are,
That's a
5
good
years
idea.
later. Hi, my name is Mike Fitzgerald. I'm the circulation manager at the Klamath Tool Library. I've been here since the beginning of the tool library, which is about 5.5 years ago. We started in July of 2017. My personal experience is I used to work at a gas station. I did some basic automotive mechanics. I was trained in the Navy as an aviation metalsmith. I did some hydraulics there as well. I don't. Any other experience I had is I've had to learn as I go.
I'm Ron Campbell. I was born and raised here in Klamath County, Klamath Falls itself. I'm a retired plumber, 33 years, counting my 5-year apprenticeship. I have been around the trades, so I know a little bit about other trades, but you don't want me to do your electrical. I was in the military. I'm a veteran.
Originally, the way we originally funded it was through a GoFundMe promotion, and all those people are gone. But we raised several $1,000s, and we have the good graces of the space that was donated as well. Otherwise, we wouldn't exist. We're a 501c3. We're a nonprofit. We exist on the basis of donations, tools, money, and labor. There's no paid staff. So for $15 a year, you get access to over 1,500 tools, just like their library books. You take 7 tools at a time for a week at a time. If you need it longer, depending on the demand, we can extend it. We're here to serve the community.
We have several tools. I mean, a lot of tools cost a lot. You don't want to spend $150 on a tool you use once and throw it on the shelf. So we have table saws, air compressors, skill saws, rotor hammers. We have 1,500, like Mike mentioned, over 1,500 tools. And it's not like we moved in here just to mooch off of a building. We made improvements on the building. We put a ceiling in here. We painted. We made improvements on the building, so we did pay rent in a way.
Most definitely. We also have MIG welders. We have a lot of automotive equipment. We have gardening equipment. A lot of carpentry, construction. Even have a drywall jack. We also have tools that are excess to our needs that we sell. They're all in good working condition, and they're a reasonable price.
Well, I'm a retired plumber, so I think I know everything. There are tools. We have a box of tools in the back that we don't even know what they do. We've always wanted to have a idea, or what do they call it, a sale of tools, and people can come in and tell us what the tool does, and you get free membership. There's promotions that we plan on doing. We have people that come in occasionally and show us. Well, we've had a welder come in here a couple times, show us how to weld. I can weld, but a master of none.
Ron knows a lot, and one of our other members has done some actually contracting. Myself, I was only trained as an airplane mechanic, so my expertise is limited. But there is always, you can usually there's somebody around here that you can glean some knowledge from. But essentially, you have the responsibility to use the tool in a safe way.
And with the internet and the websites and stuff, most of our tools, I don't know if it's 100%, we have instructional pamphlets. You just go to the website and look the tool up, and you can learn, if you can read, you can learn how to run the tool. Just safety's first. We have safety glasses, we have gloves, we have the safety items that we need to run the tools we have.
As we said before, all the staff is volunteers, so we have limited enthusiasm. We're open 2 days a week, Thursdays from 5 to 7 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 to 1 p.m. However, we are getting very busy, more and more people are joining, and if we had more volunteers, we might be able to open another day. If you're interested in volunteering, just come down here and shadow us a couple of times and see what we do and see if you think you can fit. The only other financial obligation besides the $15 a year that you might incur is a late fee if you don't notify us that you're going to need the tool longer than the original loan period was granted. Before it's late, then we can extend it depending on what the demand is for the tool. Some tools there was a lot of demand for, and we do not extend the loan period.
One thing we need a bigger building. You got a free building out there
We
somewhere?
do have over 1,500 tools, and we have a limited amount of space. We're running out of space. Our growth is limited as to how much square footage we have, and we are looking for another larger facility. If anybody out there has any ideas about where we could relocate as it becomes necessary, we'd entertain those. Thank you.
Thanks, Ron and Mike, for all that information. If you're in the Klamath Falls area, you can check out the tool library at 1221 Main Street. They're open Thursdays from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. If you're not in the area, hopefully you've been encouraged to check out your local tool library, or hey, if there isn't one, maybe you want to start one in your community. On the topic of tools, I am excited to tell you about a new segment we're going to have. It's called What in the Tool? In this segment, I'm going to talk about a history of the tool, and then I'm going to reveal it the next episode. So you can guess what the tool is. Whoever correctly identifies the tool in the comments is going to get honorable mention. Okay, here we go. This is our first one. What in the tool? Archaeology evidence dates this tool has been around for about 3.3 million years. Originally, it was used to splinter brittle stones like flint into cutting and killing tools. When associated by a symbol, this tool represents justice and revenge. Okay, so remember, in the comments, go ahead and tell me what you think the tool is, and if you're the first one to answer correctly, I'll mention you next week in the episode. Okay, let's talk about seed growing. Last time we were together, I mentioned converting a closet into a new seed growing space. And the shelf in there was put together like Fort Knox. Fortunately, after a little bit of elbow grease, I was able to remove it. Oh, hi. You caught me thinking. Well, I had all intentions of actually doing a build out in this closet, but sometimes things take different shape. So I had been thinking about it at night, because of course that's when I do some of my best thinking. And I realized that a piece of a little extra greenhouse I had from last summer for my tomatoes might actually work in the closet, which would mean I wouldn't have to build out anything. So I've been kind of doing some measurements and I think it's going to work out great. I'm not quite sure about how I'm going to place the lights yet, but the great news is I really won't have to do much work. Okay, I think that was like the easiest project I've ever done in my life. I mean, maybe 10 minutes. So this worked out absolutely perfect. I got the lighting all hung. I used a little bit of some foam wrapping stuff that I had to cover the carpet at the floor part of my little grow setup here for my seedlings. And this is going to work out really perfect. I'm really, really excited to show you what I've got going. I ended up reinstalling the original clothes hanger rack, which worked out just absolutely perfect to hang these light ballasts from. And a little bit tricky on this one. This is where the actual cover gets inserted to attach the other piece of it. But I think these lights will work just perfect. And then I've got the second one hanging below here. So the plan is to be able to put 2 trays side by side on 2 shelves. And I believe that will be absolutely perfect. I cannot wait to put this into action. Next episode, we'll be planting seeds, and this will be the first year ever I've utilized my dining room table as a seed planting workshop space. All right, that's all our time for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Samantha Janes, and I'll see you next time.
'Cause I've got a thought.